What was your biggest worry when you were around 15, 16 years old?
I was always worried about what others thought of me and how they saw me, since I'm a Muslim girl who wears a hijab in Italy. Every time I passed in the hallway to school, I heard the background giggles and the unpleasant comments.
Leaving school with no education behind me and not being able to land myself a decent job that would financially support a family when the time to have a family comes.
I always used to worry about what other people thought of me. I always wanted what other people had, so I could be the same as them.
Ensuring that those around me loved me and it wasn't all a pretense. Identity was a struggle, and knowing who I was. Everyone judges everyone at academy, and you always feel that pressure to be perfect.
I think I would have to say GCSE exams. There is so much pressure that is put on young people of that age. I was never the smartest academically. I loved the arts, and at my school the arts wasn't encouraged, so all they were bothered about was maths and English. I worried a lot about my exams, that I lost weight through the stress. If I could talk to that 15, 16-year-old now, I'd say, do what you love. Because I kind of was in that situation as well. Maths and English weren't my strongest, but now I've gone through a degree in performing arts and I know that's what I want to do. Focus on what you love. That's what's important.
I would say not to worry too much about that if you're 15 or 16 years old. You have your whole life ahead of you to think about getting a decent job or having a family. Just live your life for yourself now. You don't need lots and lots of qualifications to get a decent job or to start a family. As long as you work hard and you're determined, you'll get where you want to be in life.
You know, I think that's a great question, because when you're 15 or 16, you always compare yourself to others. You see, like, someone at school will be like, oh, I've got the latest Xbox, say, or I'm getting my nails done, I'm allowed to dye my hair. You always compare yourself to others and just presume that their life must be better than yours. So if I could go back and speak to myself as a young teenager, I would be saying, appreciate what you've got, everyone around you. Some people don't even get a Christmas present. Some people's parents can't afford to get them one expensive gift, never mind all the ones that we were lucky enough to get. So just stop thinking that everyone else is better than you. Just appreciate what you've got.
For me, that's just so topical right now, and it's just blatant ignorance and racism. Like, for all you know, to put your mind at rest, that might not have been about you. That might have been about their conversation. That might have been about, like, something that happened just before you arrived. But either way, you're not at fault. Like, you're not. What if you can't tell me one thing you've done wrong in that situation? Yeah, man, you're just being you. You're just being you, and you're just being, like, true to yourself. So if they're laughing at you because of your hijab and because you're a Muslim girl in Italy, then that's their ignorance, that's their racism, and they don't have a place, personally for me, a place in our society. I think it's a case of you can't teach an old dog new tricks, and I think this will slowly get better. So,
in terms of making sure that everybody loves you, you're not going to be able to do that. You're not a mind reader, and you're not going to be everybody's cup of tea. Firstly, you need to love yourself. If you don't love yourself, you're not going to find love anywhere else. You have to surround yourself with good friends, people who you want to spend time with, people who want to help you and listen to your problems, and you want to listen to their problems and help them through their issues. If you find that, you'll be laughing. At the same time, if you already have that, but you're second guessing their intentions, you're never going to relax. Identity is a bit of an odd one because it changes from person to person. Some people find who they are very young, and some people are changing throughout their entire lives. usually identity is something that comes with age. There's not really a catch-all answer for this one, I'm afraid. And in terms of being perfect at an academy, if you were perfect, you wouldn't need to be at an academy. Making mistakes is part of life in general, let alone education. So whether or not you're making mistakes in your chosen field or making mistakes in life, it's going to happen regardless of your age. Don't look for perfection in the eyes of others, because perfection is subjective, as are we. What might be perfect to me is completely and utterly wrong to somebody else, like making a cup of tea. But if you make sure that you're focusing on being the best person that you could possibly be, then that will help with this issue and also your identity issue.